映画ここまでだ。とどめを刺そうというのか。
Hey guys, welcome back to Zhang's channel. Today we're building XGH1 Full Glancer. Yes, I'm no longer a hater of H. I'm starting to defend it now. As a kid, I remember in the weekends, H was on the TV at 10 a.m. and sometimes I can't watch it fully because I have swimming lessons back when I was a kid. Some days, I have time to sit down and finish the story. But when I watched around 5 episodes of H, I turned off the TV. I have a lot of reasons on why I don't like it because H has a similar design at the middle. It looks like X-Share, so I thought it was a copycat. Secondly, the characters in H were drawn like Digimon or Pokemon because during my early Gundam fan days, I watched Wing, Double O, Seed, and Unicorn. So I just cannot accept Flint Asno look like a kid rather than teenagers. Lastly, the story was very confusing because I didn't know that they shrank the 3 generation story into one series. It felt so rushed and jumping from here to there, and it's hard to catch up. One day I was boring while I was building. I rewatched too many old series and trying to pick something to watch. I have a list in my mind. I was choosing between IBO, Age, Divers, Buildfighters Try, or Victory to burn my boredom. I chose Age because I still have a bit of memory about H1 Spalo, so I found Gundam Age and I watched it all the way. It has a terrible flow, bad story presentation, and skipping too many things at the same time. You can say it's a very confusing story, but it's a good story. I want to talk about H separately, so let's end it here. All I can say is it has a lot of potential but completely wasted. For those of you that actually don't know about H kits, Bandai actually put a lot of work in even though they didn't sell well. H series is solid and fun to play with. H1 Full Glancer is a good example which I'll cover that part in the review. Now, H series has a really nice box art style. I wish Bandai can find their creativity again. I really like these kinds of styles. Since H1 Full Glancer is a normal release, so let's take a look at the side before moving on. The instruction manual reminded me of Buildfighters and Double O, where they included info, characters, and some of the other MS in the anime. Nowadays, Bandai did good too, but I wish they can bring back this layout again. This is well designed and informative. Glancer is basically H1 normal with additional armor plus a new backpack, 3 new runners, and a look at the stickers. It's not big and ugly. There are many things I can talk about, so I will see you again in the review. Hey guys, welcome back to H1 Full Glancer review. So this is the finishing of it. For a price of an XG, you can actually experience 4 variants, which I'll cover it very soon. I always have a point when I rant about premium Bandai because back in the days, they have some brains to include different parts for you to display. Nowadays, imagine Full Glancer just announced it's gonna be P Bandai H1 Flat, then P Bandai H1 Full Glancer, then P Bandai H1 with Zephyr Launcher, and lastly, it's gonna be expansion pack for H1 Flat and H1 Normal. There's a reason why I will praise Bandai if they have the brain like back in the days. Nowadays, if I hear one more person saying exposing Bandai won't change anything, take a look at this video. H1 Full Glancer represents the good part of Bandai when they didn't sell their souls to the devil. You'll understand my anger and disappointment if you actually build some kits during the 2010s. Today, the review will start from H1 Flat all the way to H1 Full Glancer. This is the H1 Flat before the Glancer or Full Glancer. H1 Flat is the same as H1 Normal except it's there's no H system at the middle. Let me quickly go through what parts on the Gunpla are stickers. The eyes and sensors, the flat chest, and the black color on the knees. H1 full glancer is from 9 years ago, so the number marks won't be handled like the modern ways. You can see some tough spots on the Gunpla. They are hard to sand, so take your time. The most notable ones are the middle of the backpack, the feet, beam sabers, and shield. Just like the usual flow, we are always starting from the head. When I was a kid, I always felt like H Gundams got the weirdest antenna and face scale, but when I grow up, I actually dig the design a lot. H1 is more standard and you can feel a bit of RX-78 vibes on the face. It's simple and clean design. A lot of 2010s XG have a small problem. The gap between the neck and head is quite obvious. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not a big deal. The one thing I want to introduce on the head is the gray color separation. It's a small thing, but it's awesome. As for the articulations, moving up and down is good. Tilting side to side is okay. 360 is smooth because the rotation don't have any obstacles. The chest is a standard tricolor scheme. Basically, every protagonist Gundams are colored this way. Once again, it's very nice that Bandai considered the part that we will take off the armor and gave us a white sticker to cover the H system. Gotta say this is very thoughtful. The middle is a ball joint, so you can do a bit of movement. Moving front and back is okay, side to side is limited, and rotation is 360 because it's a ball joint with no interruption. The shoulders and arms are quite simple. There's no gimmicks or interesting features on them. The shoulders can move separately, but that's not too surprising. The arms can rotate 360 easily, then it can lift over 90, which is not common during that time. The arms can move front and back for a little bit. Rotation is very nice and smooth. Bending is touching the shoulders. That's the top tier treatment during early 2010s. As for the optional hands, you only have one open left hand. The waist is pretty standard, but surely H1 has one of the most colorful skirt armors. Front skirt is molded together. You can't cut it like the modern designs. Lifting is a direct 90 degrees, which is good. Side skirt is a ball joint. It's easy to move and the movements are free. But again, ball joint has a back connection, so sometimes it will disconnect when you move it. There's a beam saber stored in the side skirt. You can put an effect part in and it's a complete beam saber. Back skirt is one of the top tier treatments for XG. You can move it more than 90 degrees. That's not even common nowadays. The middle of the back waist has a small piece that you can open, but there's no gimmicks for you to store the rifle. Usually I'll blame them, but they gave the structure a top tier treatment, so it's a XG, let's forgive them. At the bottom of the waist, there's a joint to adjust the legs horizontally, but you won't use it anyways. As for the articulations, front kick is 90, side kick is 90, back kick is very close to 90. The knee band is amazing for XG, U-shape, and it's not a common thing back then. The ankle armor is a ball joint. Movement is pretty free, but I don't trust the connection. The depth is too short. The whole foot can move front and back with a great angle. Side to side is smooth. 360 is very smooth and easy. When you take a look under the foot, you can see a thruster and other panel lines. It's often ignored, but let's appreciate it. The backpack is a very simple design. There are 3 thrusters on it. Only the bottom one can move, but the ball joint is really unreliable. H1 Flat has an awesome backpack, introducing the Glastron launcher. Previously, during the Asemur arc, this launcher was called Zephyr Launcher. However, the model kit didn't include the missile covers for you, so you can't revert it back to Zephyr Launcher. The structure is quite simple. The middle is hollow, so H1 can handle the weight. The stickers on the launcher are not a big deal because they are not cropped edges. The sticker parts including the black with silver lines and the cannon muzzle. The launcher can rotate to the front. It's a deep ball joint. This circle joint controls the rotation. You can flip the handle out and make H1 hold the launcher. The last part of H1 Flat is the weapons because it's the same just like H1 normal, so you can use the DOTS rifle and shield too. The DOTS rifle cannot be stored on the back waist, but you can pull it out and switch it into sniping mode. During sniping mode, you can see a sub handle at the side too. The shield is just a simple 3-layer assemble. You can see an A on the shield too. To put it onto the H1, just find a hole on the forearm and push it in. Simple as that. Now, I think that's enough for the H1 Flat. I think I basically did an H1 normal review too, but H1 Flat or normal is such a simple and neat design. Now, let's put the rest of the armor on and we will create the H1 Glanza. H1 Glancer is without the launcher. About the additional armor's fittings, the shoulders take a bit of time to make it stable and the back skirts are quite loose. The other thing is this set of armor has a lot of big numb marks, definitely not friendly to out-of-box builders. The numb marks are so big, you can't even set it down without the parts turned white. So if you can't accept the big numb marks, paint them yourself. H1 Glancer featured 2 new armaments. The first obvious new weapon is the shield rifle. You can put an effect part in and it becomes beam saber or shooting beam. Secondly, once you remove the shoulder covers and relocate them again, you will see a missile launcher, but you need to repaint it to gray. The knee covers also has a missile launcher in them. These launchers are molded with gray, so don't need a repaint. The H1 full Glancer is with the launcher. This is the end of the entire journey. Alright, we are at the end of the review. I would like to do a quick summary. For a price of $32, you can switch into 4 variants. That's like the ultimate definition of worth it. Should you buy it? Yes, you should, because I don't think Bandai will ever do anything generous like H1 full Glancer. H could have done better, but shrinking the story into 49 episodes is too stupid. If they split the whole story into 25 episodes per generation, I think it will be better because there's more time to show and explain. H kits are awesome, but their sales were heavily affected by the lack of fans. In the end, a lot of factors and reasons cause what happened nowadays. I understand why people hate H, but if you ever have a time that you don't know what to watch, try to put down your hate and watch it once. You'll see the plot and message is not bad, but the presentation and flow are trash. Ironically, Bandai never put that much work in another XG again. Maybe there's a few, but they aren't as hardworking as they were back in the days. This is my first XGH. I'm very happy about it and recommend it for sure. Thanks for watching. Like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell next to it. Join my Discord and follow my IG at Sepaphonics. All links include donations are in the description. See you next time. Bye bye.